Coming up in today's video, part one of what happened involving my back. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood metal mom. So this is part one of the whole story about what happened with my back and how I actually ended up in the emergency room with it. So a few months ago, like back in September, I started this channel to sort of document my weight loss journey and all that. And I had mentioned on my Instagram that I was having back pain. I've been having back pain since May of last year after I gave birth to my daughter. And up until about September, I'd been treating it with going to the chiropractor and stretching and trying to stay active and over-the-counter medications. And by the time I got to September, nothing was working. Nothing was holding. My chiropractic adjustments weren't holding. Over-the-counter medication was not even making a dent in the pain that I was experiencing. So I decided to go to my doctor to get an updated MRI done. And so in September, she ordered an MRI, which the city I live in has one hospital. The region I live in have only a handful of MRI machines. And everybody and their dog and their cat, whatever, they all need MRIs. So the wait list is actually pretty long, and even with my doctor writing on the request form that it was an emergency and that we need to get me in for an MRI right away, I still didn't get an appointment until December 6th of last year. This started a whole series of me trying out medication after medication after medication to try and treat the pain that I was in, because we didn't know what was going on with my back and what the actual injury was. So this goes on from September to December, and with each subsequent week, couple weeks or so, the pain was just getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where around mid to late November I started walking with a cane, because it was the only way I could actually physically walk around, was to have that cane to put some of my weight onto it and off of my back. And my doctor also gave me a temporary handicap parking permit as well, so that if I needed to go any place, I didn't have to park that far away, and the walking to and from wherever I was going was going to be minimal. That's how bad it had gotten. And when I say I tried everything under the sun. We did over-the-counter medications like anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen and Advil and Motrin, and we tried over-the-counter painkillers like Tylenol, and then we went a step up and we did Tylenol 2s. We did pills for nerve pain. Specifically, we did anti-seizure pills, which happened to also treat nerve pain. We did opiates for the last 3 to 4 days before I ended up being rushed to the hospital. I was on an opiate which didn't touch anything. That's what I had been going through. They tried everything under the sun, including putting me on another antidepressant, which had the side effect of treating nerve pain. And through all this, my daughter is growing. She's learning new things, and I was unable to hold her. I could hold her if I was sitting down, but even by the time we got to mid to late November, it was even getting to the point where I could only hold her for maybe about 5 minutes on my lap while I was sitting. Because the pain was too intense, too much. And my son, who's in senior kindergarten, was doing all these awesome things, and I couldn't take part in them. I mean, his school does an annual Halloween event that he loves to go to. Because there are all these activities, and there's like a little spooky Halloween, haunted house thing, and I couldn't take him. I was in so much pain, I couldn't take my son to that. I was in so much pain, I couldn't take him to any of the holiday or Christmas things that we like to go to. There's a specific like holiday train display that he loves, and I normally take him to it like multiple times during the holiday season, and we only took him once, and that was when I had my husband with me. And it was also because Santa was going to be there, and he could actually see Santa and give him his list and all that. It literally, my spine was deteriorating. So December 6th comes. Yay! MRI day! Yay! I get into the hospital to do my MRI. It's 9 o'clock at night, and they are running 2 hours behind schedule. Yeah, they're running 2 hours behind schedule. Not that that really matters. Like, I wasn't gonna like just get up and walk out because I had already waited so long for an MRI that I was gonna stick it out. But that's just ridiculous sometimes. Like, if I had been a healthy person, I probably would have just asked them to reschedule. But it's the night of the 6th. I finally get in there about 11 o'clock. They lay me down, and I have no problem doing MRIs. I generally close my eyes and just let them do their thing. I don't get really claustrophobic about it. MRI machines are pretty good these days. Like, even like if they're really close to the face, they pipe in cold air for you to breathe. They keep you nice. They put you in like on a heated slab so that you're not too cold. They put pillows under your knees, whatever. They're pretty good with keeping you comfortable. But I'll tell you, a 15-minute scan felt like 3 hours with the pain I was in and not being able to move. Because at that point, I was at the point where when I would sit or lay down, every 5 minutes I had to adjust myself because the pain would be too intense. That I wasn't sleeping at night because of it, because I had to constantly readjust myself. My antidepressants weren't working because I was under so much pain. They were overriding the positive effects of my antidepressant. It was crazy. So the MRI comes back. You got a herniated disc. According to my doctor, it was surgery worthy, but it wasn't an emergency at that point. But when I did see them and my doctors did tell me it was a herniated disc and that it was surgery worthy, the number one thing they told me were the signs to look out for, that your herniation has gone from like worse to dire straits and you need to get your ass to that hospital. You need to get to the ER. And I'm glad they did, because I eventually had to visit the ER. And that will be the subject of my next video. So for now, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.